Hey, just a little message before we get started. I offer one-on-one coaching to women for breakup recovery and dating. So if you're interested, just send me an email at tracy@tphtherapy.com. That's TRACIE at tphtherapy.com. And let me know if you're interested and I can give you information. We can hop on a very brief call to see what your needs are, either around dating and or breakup recovery. And I'm really excited to help you on your journey. Hey, I'm Tracy Pinnock, and welcome to the Bitter to Better podcast, where I talk all things love and life that help women live better after breakups. I'm glad you're here, and let's get into it. Today, I want to talk about your dating pool. Are you swimming in a cesspool, an above ground pool, or an infinity pool? When it comes to your circle of dating options, or what am I trying to say? When it comes to your potential dating partners, are you around them? Are you finding them? Are you amongst them? Are you interacting with them? So I want to have you take some time to assess your current dating pool and if you'd like to make any changes to that dating pool. So let's talk about it. I hear very often women talk about not meeting the right men, or why am I always meeting this type of guy, or there's no one to date, etc., etc. And one of the first things I ask is, what is your dating pool? And it can be everything from there is no dating pool because I stay in my house all the time and I don't do any form of going out to meet people, or I don't do any online interactions or anything like that, to, oh, my dating pool is very small and familiar. It's, old friends from high school. It's coworkers. It's friends of friends. All of these can be potential dating pool options, but for people who find that they don't have suitable coworkers who they would want to date, or they're very weary about dating coworkers, or, the same friend circles they've been in for years, it's just like a Dawson's Creek pool of, oh my gosh, just, if you're listening to this and you're not familiar with Dawson's Creek, just don't tell me. But anyway, like everyone is just like dating everyone, the same people, dare I say incestuous, which technically it's not, but okay, you get my point. Or dating your exes and like repeat dating of past partners. But these pools that are small, very comfortable, those can be a problem. There can also be the locations that you frequent do not attract your ideal partner. They're not places where your ideal partner tends to frequent. First, you want to identify your ideal partner, and you can do that through creating an ideal partner list. It's something that I talk about in various episodes, and if you're interested in getting a free video tutorial on how to create your ideal partner list, just rate or review this podcast, take a screenshot of it, and email it to me at tracy@tphtherapy.com. It's in the show notes, and I will send that right along to you. But ultimately, the ideal partner list is this list that you make of the traits and qualities and life circumstances of your ideal partner. And there's a whole exercise that I have you go through to really hone in on that, and that's in the video. But once you identify your ideal partner, you want to then identify, where does this person exist? Like, where am I likely to find someone who likes to read, if that's something that is, important to you or that you'd like in a partner? So are you going to bookstores and libraries? Are you going to book sales or book events? If you're into coffee, the coffee shop. I don't know, go to a boat show to find people who are into boats, go to certain sporting events, go to the gym. But the idea being, are you going to the places where you are likely to find the person who you want to meet? So that can be another issue for people's dating pools, that they're just not in the right locations. And then, are you dating people who tend to treat you poorly? So then you're, your perspective is that there are no good guys out there, or everyone is X, Y, and Z. Well, have you tended to date those type of people? Or are you dating people who don't date you the way you like to be dated? And you want to identify how you like to be dated. Like, where do you like to go? How do you like to be, asked out on dates? Or how do you like to be approached? Things like that. My point being that if you find yourself saying there's no good guys, or there's I can't meet anyone, or I always meet the same type of people, or the biggest one people will say is I attract X type of person. And it can feel that way when the pools that you are swimming in have X type of people. And so therefore, yes, if you are swimming in those pools, those are the people who are going to be around you, who you are going to be choosing from as dating partners. So before you go with the idea of the type of person you tend to attract, you first want to ask yourself, where am I actually finding these people? And if I'm finding the same people in the same place and I'm not happy with that, then there's maybe some things I want to switch up, which are some of the things that I just mentioned. So let's talk about how you might switch some of these things up. Do you like what you're hearing? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Want to help the pod? If so, please know it's greatly appreciated, and I welcome you to support the Bitter to Better podcast however you can. Might I suggest a few options? First, please rate and review the show on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or whatever platform you choose. Next, how about sending this podcast to one friend who you know could use it? This way, she can't say you've never given her anything. If you're really riding with me, talk about the show on social media and tag me. I'm at Tracy Panak on Instagram. And lastly, if you ever use any products or services I mention in the pod, can you tell them Tracy Panak from the Bitter to Better podcast sent you? Please and thank you. First of all, find new places. That means if you're always in your house, go out of your house to do grocery shopping, to go to the bank. Be deliberate about doing things out of the house that nowadays you can really do in the house, electronic banking and food delivery or grocery delivery and things like that. But go out and intentionally do those things. Maybe join some sort of sports team. You can see how much I do sports. What are they called? Like a team where they play sports. Or join, some sort of workout class or something like that. And also utilize various other specific dating options, such as online dating. I think it's good to have your dating life consist of online dating as well as meeting people in person. But also try speed dating, try singles events, try professional networking events, try meetups like at meetup.com. Or the Meetup app that now exists. I used Meetup when it was just a website called meetup.com. Wow, this episode is really aging me. But anyway, so yeah, do these different types of things that get you out of your house and connecting with other people. Do trivia nights at the local bar, things like that. Think outside the box. Go rock climbing, go to a derby, try new activities that are likely to attract the type of person you've decided you would like to meet. But it's an intentional decision to go out and do these things. If you are staying in your house and you're not online dating, good luck. You can meet people as you go out randomly. You're just significantly lowering your chances of doing so and of meeting the right type of people for you. You kind of have to really get out there and interact with other human beings. Also, don't let comfort be your downfall. So back to this whole idea of an incestuous dating pool of coworkers, friends of friends, old friends from high school, exes. A lot of people will date people who they've known for a while, and a lot of that comes from comfort and the discomfort of meeting new people and having to get to know them and dating them. And If that's been working for you and you feel like you've been having quality relationships that way, then great. But oftentimes people are complaining that they meet the same type of person, or they're not happy with the people they're meeting, and they're only dating from these pools of people who they already know and who they are comfortable with. So don't let comfort be your downfall. You got to mix it up a little bit, get out there, meet some new people. Also, do some research and make a plan to visit the places that your IP, your ideal partner, frequents. So, as I said before, um, one of the problems with your dating pool might be that you are not going to the places where your type of person hangs out. So you want to do some research on, again, first identifying your ideal partner, but then secondly, thinking about, well, where is this person likely to reside? If I'm looking for someone who has they're ambitious in their career, and so maybe they're entrepreneurial, so maybe they're going to networking events, maybe they they're in a certain field, and so you want to go to the places where those people hang out. Like, are they, a particularly fit person? So are they going to the gym? Are they playing sports? Are they an athletic person? Are they, an intellectual? Do they like to travel? I mean, identifying who this person is, kind of creating your ideal partner avatar and asking yourself, where does this person spend their time? And so does it make sense for me to be in those places? So take some research and some deliberate effort to show up in those spaces. And then also identify how you want to be dated, how you want to date. Do you want someone who takes initiative, things like that, so that you can at least be, as you are maybe meeting certain people. So for instance, maybe you're in that small dating pool of people you already know, but you want someone who initiates dates and puts some creativity into them and things like that. And you are not finding that happening because you're in this dating pool where everyone has just known each other for years, and so there's not really much effort put into the idea of inviting you out on a date or putting a date together. You would at least know that, hey, this is a no for me because I'm looking for a different type of dating experience. So this is just kind of about having awareness of how you like to be dated, because if you're saying that, like, oh, I'm meeting guys who do X, Y, and Z, well, then you want to say, okay, maybe I remove myself from those circles and go into these other circles where I'm likely to have people who are going to initiate more or be more creative in dates. Again, this I think would come up in particular when you're meeting new people who don't already know you, because there's going to be more motivation and need to, put their best foot forward and things like that. So these are just some thoughts on dating pools and really looking at your dating pool and how it suits you or how it doesn't. I'm sure there are other examples that can be added to this list of the ways in which you might be in a dating cesspool as opposed to an infinity pool. But these are just some things to really consider. Some of the most common ones that I see. And a lot of it has to do with people allowing comfort to hold them back, dating, from the same small pool, and from their pool just being too small because they're not getting out and actually just interacting with enough other humans. So get out there, meet people, go to places in person, but also utilize online dating as the directory that it is, and a directory that shows you a listing of people who are interested in dating, and then, go from there. I have an episode on the podcast about effectively using dating apps and online dating, and I highly recommend that episode when it comes to really learning how to effectively utilize the online dating platforms. That can be a headache for many people, but there are ways to effectively use it to help really improve your dating pool. So look at your dating pool. Are there things you want to change? And identify how you might go about changing those things. Hey, by the way, I can be found in other places besides this podcast. Just search my name on YouTube and you'll find my channel. Subscribe for periodic how-to videos for dealing with breakups and mastering dating. That's right, I said mastering dating. It's a skill, ladies. I can also be found on Instagram at Tracy Panak. And lastly, I most encourage you to join my email list where you get breakup and dating support delivered to your inbox, in addition to getting the most exclusive access to my programs and coaching services. My email list subscribers are the first to know when my coaching programs launch and the only people to get discounts when they're offered. As always, I'm glad we got into it and looking forward to next time.